Hi everyone, I'm Tyler Rentz, Submission Yogi, here with another class provided by Wellness for Jiu-Jitsu. Take a second to give us a like, subscription, subscribe, share. We'd really appreciate that. Help support our free classes every week here on YouTube, Facebook, or any of Wellness for Jiu-Jitsu's social media platforms, and support us. So thanks for joining us today. We're going to be doing a Ashtanga class. This is a more traditional style of yoga that I've practiced for a long time, and I really love it. It's a challenging practice, but I've modified it a little bit today, so it'll be a little bit shorter, a little bit easier, a little bit more accessible for everyone. The things I love about Ashtanga that kind of set it apart from other versions of yoga are the fact that it is a set sequence of poses. So every time you show up for an Ashtanga class, you know more or less exactly what you're getting into as far as the positions go. And it also has a focus tool that I really like. Sometimes when we're practicing yoga, our mind tends to wander. We think about other things, we get distracted, thinking about the sensations in the body and getting the poses perfect. And Ashtanga focuses on three things. In Sanskrit, it's Tristana, it's a trifecta or a trinity of focal points that you can bring your attention and your awareness to these things and help to center yourself and really get the energy going. This is a strength building practice. We do a lot of vinyasas. If you've done vinyasa practice before, this is very, very similar to that. Those three focus factors that I want you to pay attention to today, and I will try to cue them and remind you as well, but they are the gaze, drishti we call it, and that is the focus of your eyes, keeping them soft and picking one specific point to focus on. Actually, every single pose in Ashtanga has a specific drishti point that you will look at, but feel free to just focus your eyes nice and softly on one point and keep that gaze maintained as long as you can throughout the poses. Number two is the bandhas, or the root locks. This is easy way to understand it is engaging your core muscles, turning on your abdominals and the muscles in the bottom of your pelvic floor. These muscles help to support your spine and make sure that in every pose you're starting with a foundation of good posture. So that posture starts in the base of your spine for most poses, and if you can suck your navel in a little bit and squeeze the muscle you use to stop yourself from going to the bathroom, you have engaged your bandhas. So I'll try to remind you that, or I'll just say turn on your core, engage your core, and you'll have a nice posture to grow your pose from. And the third, final, possibly most important focal point of Ashtanga Yoga is the breath. We do deep breathing in and out through the nose, and also creating a little bit of a sound by constricting the back of the throat. If this is a lot for you, no worries. But if you're familiar with this, or you know how to do the Ujjayi breath, the powerful breathing, maybe you can hear me. I'll scoot a little closer to the microphone, but it'll sound a little bit like ocean waves, or like you're on glass, but with your nose. So and so by adding that audible sound to your breathing, you put a little more of your attention. You can distract yourself from some of the thinking, some of the thoughts, some of the sensation by giving yourself an audible sound for you to bring your attention to that breath and keep it nice and deep and full. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy this practice. Just take a moment to sit comfortably with nice posture here. Close your eyes and bring your awareness into this space, into your body. Nice deep breaths. Couple more. On your next inhale, hold your breath at the top for just a few seconds. And open your mouth and sigh it out. One more breath like that, deeply in through your nose. Hold it at the top. Relax your shoulders. Open mouth, exhale. Great. Let's come to stand at the front of our mats. Feet can be very close together or a little bit apart. Standing straight. Take a nice big inhale. Sun salutation A. Hands to the sky. Exhale, fold forward with bent knees. Inhale, straighten your legs, straighten your spine, look forward. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to a plank and lower all the way down. Inhale, tops of your feet, arch your back, cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Keep your knees bent in this first downward facing dog and think about extending your spine, tailbone to fingertips, and your head is hanging nice and heavy, maybe pedaling out your feet a little bit. A couple more deep breaths here. Coming forward into that extended forward fold on an inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold, belly to thighs, bend your knees. Inhale all the way up, hands to the sky. And exhale, stand. Here we go again. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, move through a plank all the way down. Stop with your belly off the mat. Inhale, upward facing dog. Arch your back, look up. Exhale, downward dog. 5 breaths. Inhale, walk forward to that extended forward fold, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended standing, reach up, look up. Exhale, release. Last sun salutation A, move with your breath. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips. Down dog. Let your neck be soft, your face is relaxed. Fingers spread very wide. Two more breaths. Inhale, halfway lift. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, equal standing. This time, inhale, arms up, bend your knees, chair pose. Sit in an invisible chair. Exhale, forward fold. Hips lift, head drops. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step or jump to a low plank. Inhale, up dog, tops of your feet. Drop your shoulders, open your chest. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg comes forward between your hands and come all the way up. Take a couple breaths if you need. This is warrior one. Exhale, hands plant, plank, low plank, upward dog, downward dog. Left foot forward on inhale. Hips squared to the front, arms up, front leg looking for 90 degrees. Exhale, vinyasa. Plank, low plank, upward dog, downward dog. 5 breaths in down dog. When I say vinyasa, it's a common term used for the flow from plank to chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Technically, vinyasa translates to count. So it's a counted movement with your breath. Inhale, step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend your knees a lot. Rise up, chair pose. Exhale, standing. Sun salutation B. Here we go. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, spread your fingers, plant your hands, move through vinyasa. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog, right into warrior one on an inhale, big long inhale all the way up. Exhale, back down to the ground. Upward facing dog, down dog, left leg forward, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat, elbows tight as you lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. Feeling warm yet? This is the warm-up. It's great for spine rehabilitation, moving through flexion and extension. And this position, which is an inversion, gets some blood flow moving in different directions in your body. Next, inhale, step or jump to the front, halfway lift, flat back, look forward. Exhale, nice deep fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sit in an invisible chair and come all the way up. Exhale, stand. Last sun salutation B. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, big hand, spread your fingers, step or jump. Low plank, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior one. Lunge here is okay too, otherwise drop that back heel. Nice job. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, dog. Inhale, warrior one, left side. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, back bend. Nice job. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. Nice and deep. You thought about your Tristana? Where are your eyes focused? How is your breathing? Nice and deep and loud. Is your core engaged? Squeeze that belly just a little bit. Nice subtle core engagement. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, look forward, step or jump to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise all the way up with bent knees. Chair pose. Exhale, stand. Nice job. Take a breath. Bring your feet to hip width apart. I'm going to turn. You guys don't have to. Hands to your hips. Take a nice big inhale. Look up. Exhale. Fold forward, reaching 2 fingers to your big toe. Inhale. Extend your spine. Exhale. Pull yourself down to a forward fold. Let your head hang nice and loose. Shoulders pulling away from the ears. Stretching the back of the body evenly. Belly has a nice connection to your thighs. Bend your knees as much as possible, as much as you need to achieve some belly to thigh connection. One more breath. Inhale, halfway out. Exhale, hands underneath your feet, toes to your wrist crease. Both hands. If this is too much, you can stick with the first one, but put a little bit of weight into your wrists. Extend your spine. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Nice deep forward fold. Head and neck are loose, relaxed. Legs are slightly engaged to help stretch the hamstrings. 2 more deep breaths. Inhale, hands to waist, halfway up. Exhale there. Inhale all the way up. Feet together at the front of your mat. Inhale, step your right leg wide. Turn your right toes out. Left toes 45. Arms to a T, triangle pose. Hinge at your front hip and make a connection on your right hand to your right shin or foot or thigh, and open your left arm up to the sky. Try to keep your legs straight. Keep your neck comfortable, not hanging or cranking too much. If you want to look up to your top hand, feels good. 2 more breaths. With the breath, back up to center. Inhale. Exhale, turn your left toes out. Right toes 45 to 90. Hinge at your front hip, reach forward. Hand to shin, right hand in the air. Try not to collapse too much in that bottom shoulder. Really reach through and extend. Best place to stretch your quadratus laborum, the muscles right in this lower back region here. Opening your chest to the sky a little bit. A couple more breaths. Inhale, come up and out. Revolved triangle. Turn your feet a little bit further to face the front of your mat. Left hand to the sky, exhale. Left hand to the mat, inside or outside of your foot. Try to keep your legs straight and open up to the right side. Right arm to the sky. 5 breaths here. Every pose we do in Ashtanga is held for 5 breaths. It's a nice way to count. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up to center. Exhale, opposite side, revolved triangle. Turn your hips to face that side. Right hand reaches forward for the ground. Give yourself a little wider base so you can be stable. Open the left arm to the sky and twist. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up. This is our halfway point right here, and to the front of your mat, standing pose. Same thing, inhale, right leg goes wide. This time extended side angle. Right foot turns to face the back of your mat. Left foot about 90 degrees, maybe more like 45. Front leg bends, elbow to knee. And make a straight line from your left foot to your left fingertips. Extended side angle pose. Don't collapse in that bottom shoulder. Press through, open your chest. If you know the bind, it feels really good to reach behind your leg, open up. Inhale to the middle, exhale, extended side angle left side, left leg bends to 90 degrees, right arm comes up overhead, long straight line 45 degrees. Your right foot, which is solidly planted in the ground, to your right fingertips, which are reaching, extending. 2 more breaths. Got the bind and it feels good. Go for it. Exhale, look down. Inhale, back to center. Revolved, extended side angle pose. Turn your hips to square to the back of the mat. Bend that front leg. Hands to prayer. Left elbow outside of right knee. If your back heel lifts and you're in a twisted lunge, that's okay too. Otherwise, keep that back foot planted. One more deep breath. Exhale, look down. Inhale, rise up to center. And exhale over to the left side, revolved side angle pose, right elbow outside of left knee, twisting to the left. Breathing here, soften your gaze, pick one spot, maybe up by the ceiling to keep your focus. Breathing through your nose with your core engaged. One more breath. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, standing pose. Take it wide one more time, a little bit shorter. This time we'll turn to face the back of our mat. Hips squared that direction, both of your feet facing the back of your mat. This is pyramid pose. Inhale, hands to hips and extend, look up. Exhale and fold forward over that front leg. Your hands can be on the leg, on the mat. or at your heart, just getting a nice deep stretch along the back of this front leg. Keep that left foot strong too. Last breath. Inhale up to center. And other side. 5 breaths in pyramid pose. Take a second, an inhale to extend your spine. And exhale, suck in your belly. Fold forward over that front leg. Make your hands somewhere comfortable so you're not hunching and rounding in your back, but you're able to draw those shoulders back just a little bit and open your chest and really feel a stretch in the back of that left leg. Neck is neutral. 3 more deep breaths. Soften your gaze, looking at your big toe, left big toe, if it feels good. Inhale back up to center, back to equal standing. Take a breath. We'll move into a tree pose. So take your put your weight into your left foot and find a little balance. Drishti is very important in this position for maintaining balance. So get that gaze focused on a spot on the floor or the wall in front of you, and bring your right foot inside of your left thigh. Press that foot into your thigh, press that thigh into your foot. Create a good strong foundation, engage your core. Reach your hands up. If you're one of those 10th planet people, maybe a half lotus, or maybe you're just a yogi with a good half lotus. Bring that right heel inside of your hips. Let that knee drop downwards. Holding onto your foot. Right hand can reach behind for your arm. If you're still in tree pose, no worries. Maybe try closing your eyes. Challenge your balance a little more. Slowly let that go. Shake it out a little bit. Bring your weight into your right foot. Find that focus point for your eyes. And left foot to right inner thigh. Create a strong connection. Good posture. You can have your hands in a prayer position or reaching up. If you want to work on your rubber guard, hold on to that left foot and tuck your heel into your belly and let the knee drop. Half lotus. Connect your left hand to right forearm, just for a nice connection so you can feel strong in this one-legged balancing position. Nice. Shake that out a little bit. Come back to stand in the front of your mat. We'll move through a little vinyasa. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Head heavy. Inhale, flatten your spine, look forward. Exhale, big hands. Step back, lower down. Maybe to your belly. Maybe you hover. Inhale, Upward dog, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Right away, we're going to move into warrior one. Take your right foot in between your hands, drop your back heel. Come all the way up, keeping your hips facing the front of your mat, bending that front leg. Taking 5 breaths here, keep your feet strong. Try to lift your toes and then grip them back into the mat. Maybe looking up to your hands, pick a spot to look at, soften your gaze, loud breathing. Bond is engaged. One more breath. Hold this position. Go to halfway. Face the side of your mat. Warrior one, other side. Warrior one, facing the back of your mat. Right heel down. Left knee bending towards 90. Feeling a stretch in the front of the right hip. Proud warrior. 2 more breaths. Open up to a warrior two. Maybe widen your stance a little bit. Turn the back toes to 90 degrees. Sink into that front knee. Keep that knee from collapsing inwards. Drive it out towards your pinky toe. Arms in a straight line, looking over your front middle finger. 3 more breaths. Inhale, turn your feet to the side. Exhale, warrior two, right side. Right toes, front of mat. Right knee, 90 degrees. Feel free to adjust a little bit. Find that pose and settle in. Hands to the mat, either side of your right foot. Back to a plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet towards your hands and sit down on your butt. That's the standing portion of the series. We'll move into some seated stretches, starting with our legs straight out in front, staff pose. This is just getting our body used to the ground and building a good straight spine, sucking that core in, keeping that nice subtle engagement, chin dropping slightly. 5 nice long deep breaths here. Gazing at your toes. Moving into a forward fold. Walk your hands until you feel a stretch in the back of your legs. Maybe that means grabbing your big toes, giving yourself a pull. Bending your knees is an option too, to keep that tension out of your lower back and keeping your chest open as you fold forward as much as you can with an open chest, and then maybe letting your head hang. Trying to distribute that sensation of the stretch evenly throughout the back side of your body, from your calves to your hamstrings to your spine to your neck. Couple more breaths, deeply through your nose, make them loud. Inhale, come halfway out. Exhale, go a little deeper. Longer grip, maybe grabbing your feet, pinching your feet, or pulling on your toes. You don't need to go too intense, but a little further than the first time. 5 breaths. Inhale, come out, nice and easy. Cross your legs. Normally in an Ashtanga class, we do another vinyasa in between all the seated poses. I just want you to try this. See if you can lift your feet, plant your hands solid, lift your butt, squeeze your core, let it go. Moving into a one-legged seated forward fold, left foot to the inner right thigh. Straighten your spine. Inhale, exhale, fold over the right leg. Maybe grabbing your big toe or just letting your hands lay on your leg. Another nice stretch for that QL, that lower left back. And again, we're not trying to feel too much intense sensation in one specific spot with these forward folds, but really trying to adjust, get a little bit of good posture, and then spread that sensation out along the back side of your body. Might mean a little bit of engagement in the right quadricep. Can let pulling those toes back a little bit can help the hamstring to relax, feel supported. One more nice deep breath. Slowly come on out. Cross your feet, lift your feet, plant your hands, lift your butt. Left leg forward. Janu Sirsasana, head to knee pose. One-legged forward fold. Open up this hip. You can push down on that knee if it feels good. Folding forward over the left leg. Making a connection with your shin or your foot with your left hand. Not collapsing in your shoulders. Keeping that open. And pulling yourself, pulling your heart forward. Leading with this chest space. And then maybe the head relaxes. Nice and easy, come on out of that. Another little float, cross your ankles, knees to your shoulders, squeeze them in, press your hands down and lift up. If you can't lift your butt, push your heels down and lift up. Hold it. Nice. So we're going to take our left leg out straight, right foot tucks behind, so the top of your foot is on the mat and your right heel is outside of your right hips. If this is too intense on your knee, maybe put a blanket or a block underneath that left hip. We're going to do a forward fold here as much as feels good for you. Use your breath to create expansion and then fold into that exhale. Inhale, come out. Cross your ankles, lift everything, hold, set it down, right leg straight, left toes point backwards, top of your foot to your mat. Give you a little different angle here. This is a really good compression for the knee. Another nice forward fold. Inhale, create posture. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, extend. Exhale, and fold. You can look at your nose in this pose. Two more big, deep, long, strong breaths. Nice and easy. Come up out of that. Let's move through a vinyasa. So come into a plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedal your feet, just reset your spine a little bit. Exhale, walk your feet forward and sit down. Bring your feet together in front of your hips, hands behind you. Move your hips to a comfortable position depending on your flexibility. Hands to your feet. Lift your chest. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, and just a slight forward fold. You can press your elbows into your legs to help open your hips. Enjoy this stretch here for 5 breaths. Not too much of a forward fold, just a good hip stretch. Inhale, extend your spine, and exhale and fold forward even more. Your head can hang heavy. Try not to feel too much tension in your lower back. Working on engaging your bandhas, squeezing that pelvic floor and your lower abdominals can really help to protect your lower back from being too strained in these forward folds. So think about keeping that engaged. Nice and slowly come on out. We'll go right into a wide-legged forward fold. Spread your legs out wide. Just as wide as feels comfortable for you. I like to use my hands behind my hips to lift a little bit and just find a good spot. Pulling my toes back towards my shins. Inhale, extend your spine. Exhale and fold forward, leading with your heart. Walk your hands out in front of you. Take another inhale to extend. And exhale, fold. 5 breaths. You're welcome to hold on to your feet or your toes or your shins if that feels good. I like to have my hands on the mat so I can pull my chest forward instead of pulling my shoulders down. Two more deep breaths. Inhale, up and out. Exhale. Let's go through another vinyasa. Just find your way to a plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Come back to a seated position. Lay down on your back. Feet hip width apart. Just where your fingertips are is a good measurement. We'll do a few bridges here. Inhale, lift your hips, press your feet down. Tuck your shoulders underneath. 5 breaths. Keep those hips lifting, squeezing your glutes and your quads to lift. Exhale and release. Knees side to side for a second. Same thing, this time I'll give you the option of interlacing your fingers behind your back, walk your shoulders under, push your arms down into the ground and lift your hips. Take 5 nice deep breaths in this bridge. Let it go. Windshield wiper knees. If you've got a full upward facing bow in your practice, or also called the wheel pose, feel free to do that if it feels good. For me, I'll try another one, grabbing my ankles. Whatever one feels good for you, one of the first 2 is okay. Otherwise, grab your ankles, push your feet into the mat, lift your hips, tuck your shoulders under, and breathe deeply into your belly. Fill your lungs nice and full. Really powerful breathing. 3 more breaths. Exhale, let it go. Hug your right knee into your chest, out a little bit towards that right armpit. Stretch your left leg down, flat, straight, long on the mat. Take a few breaths here. Reach your right arm out to the side and let that right knee fall off to the left side. Keep your shoulders on the mat, just twisting to where you feel some sensation in the lower back, maybe the rib cage, but the shoulders are relaxed on the mat. 3 more nice deep breaths, looking over to the right hand. Back to center. Hug that right knee in one more time. Send it out long. Hug the left knee in. 5 deep breaths. Really stretching that hip flexor. If you want to make a deeper grip, I like the gable grip here. Put my elbow crease on the shin and really hug that knee in. But don't let this right leg lift too much. Keep it extending, pushing out through that heel. So that stretch goes up the right leg and into that left hip crease. 2 more breaths.
out to the side, keeping your shoulders flat on the mat, maybe bumping your hips a little to the left side, and twist that left knee over to the right side. Look over to the left. A nice reclined twist. Come back to center. Elbows by your side. We're going to move into a shoulder stand. First thing is lifting your hips up into your hands. Using your elbows to push the mat, catch your lower back or your hips. You see me doing something wrong, I'm turning my head to the side. Keep that head facing forward. Don't twist and crank your neck. Try to lift your hips, eventually looking for a straight line from your toes, your feet, all the way to your shoulders. Just flipping the flow of blood in your body. It's really nice after this practice. Without putting too much weight on your neck, let those feet come down towards the earth, supporting your lower back, staying on your shoulders, not on your neck. This is plow pose. In yoga for BJJ, upside down guard. Really good to be able to get comfortable breathing in this position if you want to be a guard player. Hard to be a jiu-jitsu player without playing guards, so this is real important. And it feels good. Come back up to that shoulder stand one last time, and then lower nice and slowly your hips back to the mat. Let's grab our knees and do a couple rock and rolls, just building a little momentum, massaging the spine. This is not official Ashtanga. We'll call it yoga for BJJ Ashtanga. Couple more rolls. Up to a seat. Come to your knees. We're going to go into a headstand here. So for this headstand, we're interlacing our fingers and making a nice strong grip right on the back of our cranium, right on the back of your head. A nice strong grip, and making a triangle, a nice even triangle with your arms and then the distance between your elbows. Plant that on the mat. So your elbows are really right underneath your shoulders. Catch the back of your head in your hands, strong enough that you could even lift your head up off the mat, onto your toes, straighten your legs. Maybe you stay right here, this is fine. If you want to go for the headstand, start with one leg up, two legs up, and breathe. If you're ready to come out, find your way to a child's pose or turtle pose, and Just relax there. If you're feeling good, sweet. Let's stay here for another few more breaths. Little challenge, see how slowly you can lower your toes to the mat, the straight legs. Untuck your toes, spread your knees wide, walk your hands out, forehead to the mat, child's pose. Let's go through one last vinyasa. Coming forward to a plank, nice wide fingers, big hands. Inhale, exhale, lower down, 90 degrees to your arms, elbows tight. Inhale, tops of your feet, back bend. Exhale, hips high, down dog. Shoulders heavy, head heavy. And walk your feet forward, come into a seated position on your knees or cross-legged, whatever feels comfortable for you. We'll close our class with a little bit of breathing here. Just close your eyes, get comfortable, and we'll take some nice deep inhales through the nose, open mouth, exhale. Inhale, hold, let it go. 2 more. Deep inhale, fill your belly, fill your chest. Hold, drop your shoulders, relax your face, relax your hands, relax your feet, and sigh it out. Last one, deep inhale. Hold. Let it go. Let's do a little bit of breath of fire here, just to turn on our diaphragm before we move into our Shavasana pose. So we're breathing fully in and then pumping the air out. So it looks like this. Join me. 30 more. Here we go. No hesitation. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Let it go. Move into a Shavasana. Oh, I'm almost over time. Feel free to stay in that Shavasana, that corpse pose, the death of your practice. Just lay relaxed with your palms open to the sky, your legs spread wide, your feet dropping open. I just want to thank you all for participating in this Yoga for BJJ class provided by Wellness for Jiu-Jitsu. You can check out the discount code below this video to save on a monthly membership and take lots more classes with us.
Otherwise, we will see you here next week at 6 p.m. Eastern for another free class. Oos, namaste.